This is 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here comes 2nd down. Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now Goff. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. This hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after the other, quite the opposite. But at 3-3 now here in the 4th, it's been an entertaining game considering just 2 field goals.
Yeah, is it really a football game now, or are we watching baseball? Because this feels like a pitcher's duel, doesn't it? Nice and tense on the edge of your seat. Have you been scoring this one? A lot of strikeouts and ground balls in this one.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out now come the Lions. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First throw in overtime for Goff. Throw left side complete. That's right. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the 50, it's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff escapes the sack. Finds Gibbs on the check down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Throwing again is Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that changes everything here in OT.
So deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. One overtime, how about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Now time to see what Burrow can do here at OT. Open man is Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 36. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. He will push his way down to about the 14. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. Second down and 8. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Here's 3rd and 3. Burrow. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, Parker?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? What, we're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field, very tough. Not surprised it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew,